Hi everyone, welcome to the RnP Cricket Insights, our new program on cricket. And I'm Prabhath Jayasuriya, and I'm joined by Rakita Setchanayake. How are you, Rakita?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So happy to be a part of this. And this is a great platform and a program where we can share some insights about cricket and analysis and some memories over the years. So, yeah, so we'll see how it goes, Prasad.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty much excited to have these episodes and have this one with you as well because we do have a history of like 20 years when it comes to cricket. We have been watching cricket, we have been participating cricket quizzes, and we won the awards as well. So I'm really excited. And let me summarize about our program. So our program would consist of mainly 3 or 4 episodes or segments, I would say. So the first segment would be the around the world cricket, where that we want to share the ongoing cricket and some analysis on the cricket, and also some specific performances of the players. And also we are having another episode or a segment that is to share the historic incidents, so we can recall some great memories of our cricket, some of the incidents that we have already watched live, and some of the incidents we have read through. So we want to share that one with you all as well. And the last segment would be a kind of a session to share about an upcoming player who can dominate in the world cricket. So we will probably find a player who is currently performing really well in the domestic cricket, and he's currently knocking the door to come to the international arena, or somebody who is like a newbie when it comes to cricket. So that session is all about to talk about the emerging player and how he will dominate the world in the years to come. And eventually we'll be having a new session in the long run, but not in these early episodes. That is a kind of a quiz where we'll be asking a set of questions in each and every episode. So we'll be rewarding the person who is going to commit for the first time with the uh, answers, all the correct answers. So definitely he'll be rewarded. He or she will be rewarded definitely, and then we'll see whether we can give he or she an opportunity to join with us in one of the episodes as well. So it will be a very interesting episode set of episodes, and the cricket is also one of the major tournaments and the games when it comes to cricket, when it comes to cricket in world at the moment, because it has gone to all the continents at the moment, I would say, except South America. So yeah, so I'm look forward to be with you all. Stick around. Welcome back. Now we are going to start the around the world of cricket segment. And when it comes to the around the world segment, we can't forget what happened a couple of weeks ago as a Sri Lankan fan. Sri Lanka managed to, bamboozle the fullest strength India team when it comes to the ODI series. That was one of the greatest tournaments that you know that that you can enjoy as a Sri Lankan. Um, because when it comes to the stats, Sri Lanka just managed to pull off a ODI series against that very nation after 27 years. So that is amazing because when it comes to the legends that we have had for that 27 years, I mean, that's unbelievable why we haven't pulled off a series, I mean, a bilateral series against them. But, that's what it is. That's what the stats says. So that was a great tournament, great ODI series. Initially, we had the T20 series where the Sri Lanka were completely bamboozled by the Indians, but afterwards Sri Lanka came like nothing, and then they dominated. The full strength India side consists of Virat Kohli, the number one batter, and then Rohit Sharma, Shreyas Iyer, and also they had the full bowling attack except Bumrah, I would say. And Sri Lanka also played without their premier bowler Wanidhu Hasaranga in the second and third ODIs, but then, their replacement work even better. So, Rakita, what do you have to say about this series? And before, you open up your discussion, I would like to say then I would like to highlight that, as a result of this tournament, Sri Lanka have jumped into the number 6 spot in the ODI ranking, ahead of
Yeah.
England. So that is, that's probably the highest when it comes to Sri Lanka's ODI ranking for last, you know, 7 or 8 years.
Uh,
So that's a great achievement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prasad. So, yeah, really, we should congratulate our the Sri Lankan team for this victory, magnificent victory we have achieved after 27 years. So this, but it's could be a misleading information because we used to dominate India in the latter part of 90s and the early part of 2000s mainly. But unluckily, we didn't have the bilateral series. So we played many multinational tournaments, mainly in Sharjah and Asia Cups, and all those. The majority of the matches we were able to win, but those are not bilateral series. So that's the misleading information. It's not like that we didn't beat them for 27 years, but we used to beat them even though they had Tendulkars, Gangulis, and Azharuddins and all the other legends they had that time. But yeah, when it comes to bilateral series, mainly it started around mid 2000s, and from that point onwards, it's all been India. So they had the likes of MSD and Kohlis, Rainas, and Gambis. So they actually dominated Sri Lanka. So we used to play for a year, at least 10 matches in sometimes in some years. But even though it was played in Sri Lanka or India, doesn't matter. They dominated us. So yeah, it's a great achievement with the team we are having at the moment. We don't have many veterans,
Mm.
but we managed to pull off a, miracle, kind of a miracle, given the again how the T20 series ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
Exactly.
achievement, so we should be celebrated. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I'm 100% with you. When it comes to that 27 years, we can't take anything out of those legends, because, if you recall that past, we had so many triangular series and some other series where that, 4 5, teams are joining. For example, we had VB series, we had Sharjah tournaments, Tangiers in Morocco, but nothing at the moment. And also for last 27 years, people were reluctant to have bilateral, so they were more interested in having some triangular series where that they are getting another team, so that the competition is higher, and at the same time we can attract. They could attract so many spectators. So that's what happened. Somehow, as far as the stats is concerned, yeah. So we won after 27 years when it comes to bilateral, but it doesn't mean that we haven't won against them. Uh, to be honest, we have dominated cricket over them for last 27 years. That's the truth. When it comes to the 2007 World Cup, and when it comes to in fact, 2017, the Champions Trophy, we beat them in England comprehensively. So likewise, yeah. There are so many scenarios, but unfortunately, the 2011 World Cup is there. But then we took the revenge back in 2014 in the T20 World Cup as well. So yeah, so we have done that. So that's what it is, as far as the stats are concerned. So coming back to this tournament again, Rakita, so what would you think, and what would cause, what caused them to lose this series? We know that the pitch played a great part, but having considered their players, they are like uh, regarded as the great batters in all time, and they are highly regarded. There's no hesitation of that. So why they couldn't cope up with this spin? Um,
Yeah, I think there's a kind of an advantage we had with the winning of the tosses. So we have Sri Lanka was really lucky to have won all these tosses. And with that, I think the slight advantage we had, but we capitalized on it. So even though there are some cases, if you remember, there were a couple of instances that one time Akila Dhananjaya was running through the Indian top order and taking 6 wickets. Even though that match Sri Lanka was beaten by 3 wickets or so, Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar
Mm.
finished the match with a great partnership. And again, when it comes to 2021, the similar sort of thing happened. This time again, Bhuvi was there and Deepak Chahar.
Mm.
They get together and put on a magnificent partnership. So I think they were 7 down at the moment. Yet they managed to win. So I think based on those incidents, we can't say that the toss is the main uh, achiever for Sri Lanka in this case. They bowled really well and they had the determination of coming through the debacles they had faced in the recent years. And the most enjoyable thing is how they treated Mohammad Siraj in this series. Mainly,
Exactly.
they were really frightened earlier.
Mm.
Even I think
After two
last three
nightmares.
outings, yeah, I think three nightmares. Last three outings with India in ODIs, I think we bundled out less than 100 runs. Once in India and once in India means when there's a bilateral series played in the last year, we
Yeah.
were bowled out for 73 or something.
Hmm.
Then in the Asia Cup final, we got out to 50, and then in the World Cup, we got out to 55. Likewise,
Yeah.
so yeah, all in all, it's a great thing to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also,
Prasad.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I think when it comes to their legends, I think they have been playing mainly in these flat tracks. So unfortunately, even though I mean nothing is taken away from them, but they have forgotten the way to cope up in these kind of tracks. I would say they forgot the sweep completely, and they didn't have any choices when it comes to improvisations. So they were literally struggling. And so likewise, yeah, I think they have been mainly playing with their flat tracks, and they have completely forgotten the way to deal with these. These tracks to milk the runs and then consolidate the innings. So yeah, so and also, nothing is taken away from our bowlers as well. They completely bamboozles and they turn square in both sides. And Vandese was a great addition, and we can't forget Dunit Lalage. He's a wonderful asset in both bat and ball. Uh, what do you reckon when it comes to his future? Should he be sticking to this white ball cricket, or can we use him to the red ball as well when it comes to a cricket series, test series, particularly in Sri Lanka or in any
Mm.
Asian soil? Is there any possibility?
Uh, Currently, I don't think he's that suitable for the test at the moment. I think he was given a chance in the Australia series, so the 2 years back or
Yeah, I
last
think
year.
Australia series. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but I think he needs to learn how to bowl in test. So he needs the patience, and when he knows how to cope up with the different conditions. Now, luckily, he had been given lot of spin-friendly tracks. If you remember, he earlier took 5 wickets against India in the Asia Cup round round on match, and likewise, he needs to get some experience by playing in different conditions, and through the white ball, it is the best way to get those experience, I think.
Mm,
So gradually, let's hope once Prabhat is going to retire on 2 or 3 years time, in 2 or 3 years time, then along with him, or at least as a rotation policy, we can have kind of a chance to sneak Tunit in some of the cases. Maybe for injury case or something for Prabhath,
mm,
then we can check how we can see how Dunit fares with the test arena. But
yeah,
overall, I think it's not the time for him to get into the test squad. But what he's been doing well in the white ball at the moment, he should uh, he
should
should
do
be
that.
keep yeah to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prasad.
Yeah, that's a good point, and I agree with you. And also, before moving to the next topic, I have one more point to discuss on this very topic because we are still discussing on the ODI cricket. So the next ODI tournament will be against West Indies in next October or so. So I don't think that there's any hesitation for us to prepare any other condition rather than spin because we can clearly and easily bamboozle them and win that series as well. But having said that, so when it comes to the seaming all rounder, if you're going to focus on that one, so Janit Lienegay had a very silent tournament. So do you think that he should be kept there or he should be challenged by Chamidu Wickramasinghe? He's also playing the same role, but I think that when it comes to Chamidu Wickramasinghe, he holds the upper hand than Janit Lienegay. I mean, even though he doesn't have much experience, but the potential wise and the way that he plays and particularly his bowling looks to be much better than Janet. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's too early to call like that, Prasad. So I think Janit has fared really well in this year. If you remember, he played a great knock against Zimbabwe and also in the last ODI between Bangladesh,
Hmm,
he has scored his first ODI century. So
correct.
it's only this series we can't really judge a batsman in these tracks. These tracks are really difficult. If you take in that perspective, then definitely our ODI skipper will be in a dilemma. But luckily he played well in the with the ball. But you can't take Chanit out of the team just by having three silent knocks. But there also he was really unfortunate, and I don't know what has gone through his mind when he didn't opt to review one of the decisions.
Yeah,
Those are, I think,
he should. Yeah, he should agree with that one. Yeah,
yeah,
because he
yeah,
was he was clearly not out on that occasion. I think
not
that was
out.
second ODI, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, Chamindu is also having time, but I think let's give Chamindu the play more T20s, and let's try him there. And if he's delivering goods, then let's see. But it is a healthy competition that should be there. So nobody is permanent in the team. If one was failing more than 3 or 5 matches consecutively, then he should be challenged and he should be replaced. That's how it should go, and that's how we can improve as a team, Prasad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for on that. Welcome back to the program. We are now going to have a very interesting segment that is about the historic scenes. We have a list of historic scenes that we have picked to share with you all in time to come. And today we have a very, very interesting topic or incident to share with you. This happened back in 1995. That was in Sharjah. As you may remember that we used to have triangular series back then in Sharjah. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen anymore. So this was played between Sri Lanka, West Indies, and Pakistan. So the ultimate winner was Sri Lanka in 1995. So this was kind of a commanding win, commanding tournament for Sri Lanka because world hadn't known about Sri Lanka back then. So we were like a minor, back then. But we managed to pull off this victory amazingly. So this particular incident is related to one of the games in that tournament that happened between Sri Lanka versus West Indies. Um, and before listening to Rakita about this incident, I would like to mention about the stats. Sri Lanka completely dominated this series. Why? Because when it comes to the highest run getter, that was Roshan Mahanama. And then when it comes to the highest wicket taker, that was also Kumar Dharmasena, in fact, not Kumar Sangakkara. Kumar Sangakkara hadn't started cricket back then. So both of those gentlemen are currently working as match officials. Kumar Dharmasena is one of the best umpires in the cricketing world at the moment, and Roshan Mahanam, as you all know, has been working under Ranjan Madugalli as a match referee. So Rakita, I would like to hear from you because you watched that game, and that was a superb game. I also did watch that one with my dad back then in 1995. That was a tremendous game. That is our first incident in our very first episode. Yeah, Rakita, over to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Prasad. So, yeah, so this is 1995. The exact date, I think, 16th October. It's a Monday. Now, 1995 is quite a great year for Sri Lanka cricket. We have won our first away test match in that year against New Zealand, and then we beat Pakistan in one of the test series, and I think we were the first team to beat Pakistan in their home soil for about 20 years or so, and that is also we coming from we won that series coming from behind, and same happened in that ODI series with Pakistan. Again, we lost the first match, then we came back strongly to win the next couple of matches. So that is the lead up to this tournament of the Champions Trophy, and what has happened in Champions Trophy is truly remarkable. So it's when it comes to this game, so Sri Lanka won one match and lost one match. We won against in West Indies, and we have lost against Pakistan. And this is kind of a do or die match. And to start with, we had the luxury of watching Brian Lara's truly remarkable 169. So I think that was his highest ODI score till he retired.
Yeah, even
So
today,
that
yes.
that's
That's it, yes.
that's how dominance he had over Sri Lanka at that on that day. Then they scored 333 runs. So back then 333 is like 450 these days.
Yeah, it's a winning
So
score
no,
for sure, yes.
yeah, nobody dreamed of Sri Lanka to chase even come closer to that target.
Yeah, Sri Lanka was pretty
But
much a minnow, right?
yeah, and nobody cares with us. We used to play, even these three countries played a lot of triangular tournaments in Sharjah, and we were coming up as the
Underdogs.
last, yeah, underdogs. I mean, we lost badly in over the years in Tri Nations against these countries, but on this occasion, this is kind of a turning point of our Sri Lankan cricketing history, and this is the first multinational tournament Sri Lanka won after the Asia Cup in 1987.
Hmm.
So I think this match has a great influence to winning the championship. So when the Sri Lankan innings started, Salah Jayasuriya got out cheaply. So back then, we didn't. There were no pinch hitters tried in our setup and also in the World Cricketing Arena. But here comes the little Kalu.
Hmm.
Kalu came at as the one down and played few shots here and there and got kind of 30 or something. That's a great cameo, and that
Yeah. Sorry to
given the
interrupt you, Rakita,
impetus.
there. Yeah, sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt you, Rakita, there. So I think by that time we didn't have that opening duet, right? Sanat
yeah,
and Kalu, so we hadn't experimented that one at all, even by that time.
yeah.
So that is like, just a few months before the 1996 World Cup, right?
Mm,
Yeah. So go
yeah,
on, Rakita. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so the main thing is Roshan Mahanama's consistency. So he has scored 1 century and a couple of half centuries in the 4 innings he has played in that tournament. So that's how consistent he is, and I don't know this innings has some influence to making Kalu as the opener in the very next tournament in the Benson and Hedges Tri Nation. So the little cameo the Kalu has played has given the impetus to our innings, and then there was kind of a mini collapse. We were 5 down to 100 or something.
Yeah.
Then in comes Hashan Tilakratne. So Hashan is not the pinch hitter or dynamic player. He's taking his time to score runs, but in this match with the all the inspirations from our other batsmen, Hashan, Hadru Singh, and Dharmasena, they get together and put on, I think, more than 150 for the seventh and eighth wickets. So that's how the game turned to our uh, uh, side. But
Mm.
yet again, few collapses there, here and there. Then we were suddenly 9 down.
Yeah. I think
And
2 run outs, and
yeah,
Dharmaseddha was also ran out. Yeah.
yeah. So in
Yeah.
comes Anderson Cummins. So I think he played for Canada in late 2000s.
Hmm.
So he was given the ball. I think last over we had to score around 7 or 8 runs, and
Yeah.
Hashan was nearing his 100.
Yes, I mean,
Uh,
leading up to that, the last over, I think that was also amazing, right? Up to that point, also, that was a great achievement as Sri Lankan fans. We
yeah,
hadn't
yeah,
thought, I mean, we were pretty much thrilled, right? Up to that point, I mean,
yeah,
regardless we win that match or not, I mean,
yeah.
for us as Minos, we had achieved a lot by that time also at the start of the 49th or 50th over, right, Rakita?
Yeah, but the winning spirit and the hunger to win the
Was
games
there.
that was there from
Exactly.
I think that's injected by the Arjun Ranatunga mainly,
Yeah,
I think. So somehow
correct.
Hashan has scored his second century, second ODI century, and we were just 5 runs behind the victory margin.
Mm.
And what has happened in the fifth ball of the over? It's, it's kind of a forgettable thing. Just full toss down the leg side, and Hashan has pulled the ball, and we all thought that it went for the six. And those days we didn't have these many camera angles, so we thought it
Exactly.
is a
Yeah.
six, and we won
Yeah.
the match. But suddenly Stuart Williams jumping joyfully, and he's running towards the boundary, and he took a blinder, and
Exactly. Yeah.
really a heartbreaking, heart-stopping moment. It's not a metaphorically heart-stopping. It actually we had really a heart-stop person uh, in I think he was lived in Maradana or someone somewhere. So he it was really unfortunate that. To die due to a heart attack just by watching a match
Yeah.
and the end of the match. It's not a thing to laugh at, but
Yeah.
that's how our passion, that's how
Passion was there.
the
Yeah.
fan base that
Even before we
it
win in the
actually
World Cup, right? Yeah, we had
winning the
such a
World
fan
Cup.
base.
That's what
Yeah.
I wanted to tell. Yeah,
Mm.
and even though that was in 1995, we had that kind of a great fan base.
Mm.
So Yeah, at last the match aggregate of 662. Sri Lanka scored 329 at last. So that 662 was the highest match aggregate back then. And I think this particular match was the turning point of our cricketing history, and that's where from we had this confidence of chasing whatever the target that anybody set up. So
Yeah,
I think that's our memory for this particular incident, and I hope you also would have lot of memories. Whoever watched this match, I
mm,
think that match was in YouTube as well. You can play it and
yeah,
see how the excitement and the great commentating of the great Tony Gregg, and you will feel the excitement. So if you want to remind that atmosphere once again, please go and watch. And the persons and the people who has that experience of watching the match live, please share your thoughts with us in this comment section. So over to you, Prasad.
yeah. Thanks, Rakita. Yeah. So as Rakita said, yeah, I mean, we look forward to hear from you all in the comment section about that tournament because uh, that had a lot of combinations. We had the hunger to win as current Afghanistan team, and also on top of that, we had the Sri Lankan cricket voice, which was Tony Greig. Unfortunately, he's no longer current, so everything was there. I mean, a nice mixture, and then ultimately we won that tournament, even though we lost that very match which Rakita mentioned. We could have won that one. It was a flat six, but it was not that flat, right? But that guy was very tall enough to grab that catch in the boundary line. So that was a great tournament where that Sri Lanka started to command in the world and say that, and we are ready to challenge anybody. So yeah, thanks, Rakita.
Yeah,
So that,
yeah,
yeah,
excuse episode. And one thing to highlight, like you would see that Rishan Mahanama was the man of the series in that tournament, and he was the opener. But the very next series, what has happened in the middle of the series, Kalu was promoted to opening the innings. So that's how bold our management was at that time. So that's the truly inspirational thing happened, and the bold decisions taken by the management that lead us to win the World Cup ultimately.
yeah.
So we need to take hard decisions, and I think that's what is lacking at the moment, mainly in our cricketing culture.
Hmm.
Yeah, Prasad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm with you that, I mean, those decisions help us to win that, World Cup. And everybody was speechless when Sanath and Kalu, were dominating right from the word go. Yeah. Thanks, Rakita. So we look forward to share with you all such wonderful memories, wonderful incidents, not only related to Sri Lankan cricket, but also related to world cricket, where that you can learn more of the game of cricket. Welcome back, guys, to the program. So we are in the last section or the segment that is called the Rookie on the Block. Today, we are going to discuss on one of the very popular character at the moment in the social media. Uh, that is none other than Pawan Ratnayake. He's knocking the door. There's no hesitation of that. He's an emerging player as well, so he pretty much belongs to our this category of the segment. The player was born in 2002 and with a very good experience in the domestic at the minute. And he has been knocking the door for like last couple of years' time. Uh, the interesting fact is that the injustice happened to him during the LPL, where that he played for Falcon, right, Rakita? If I'm not mistaken, he played
Yeah.
for Candy Falcon, and the
Hmm.
unfortunate incident was that he played at number nine, a top order batter with a wonderful record. Unfortunately, he had to bat even after some
Yeah.
bowlers, and he couldn't perform
Yeah.
up to his mark, right?
Yeah, Prasad. Let me go through his some of the stats. So those are very interesting stats, and the stats for a kid that we were looking for our ODI in white ball cricket in the future. So up to now, in the 63 innings he has played, he has scored 500s, and I think he has converted a lot of 50s to hundreds in the recently concluded domestic ODI series. And also his average and the strike rate. See, average is more than 42, and the strike rate is also more than 90. So he's a really should be our future star if he was managed carefully. And he has 62 sixes to go with this average and the strike rate. So yeah, he has a lot of potential to be a great star in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's
Kusal.
I think that's unbelievable because he's just 21 years of age. Normally, a bowler can hit the peak at this point in time because the agility, strength, and acrobatic is required when it comes to bowler. But as a batsman, the expertise will come towards the end of the age 20. I mean, towards the end of the 20s, in other words. But
Yeah.
he's just started his 20s, but he's playing as a pro at the moment, right, Rakita?
Yeah.
So as per your records, yeah, I mean, he should be on this team at least within the squad, even though he will not be getting a chance to play in the 11 right away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but let me ask a question. So, what which position do you think he should be suited in our ODI format?
Yeah, I think we can't straight away pick him to the test squad. So first of all, we need to check him in the white ball, which and
Yeah,
when it comes to white ball, also I think ODI. I think he can fit into number four, where Sadir Samaravikrama is playing at the moment. Sadir has been a great player for Sri Lanka for last year or so, but at the moment he's dipping his form, I would say. So he should go back to the drawing boards and go to his domestic cricket and play well and challenge back. But at the moment, I think he can be properly challenged by this bloke Pawan Ratnayaka because he is currently playing in the top order as well, number four, number five. So yeah, clearly he can fit into that. So then he can play in between the experienced players, Kusal Mendis in one end, and then maybe Charita Solanka or somebody like uh, another experienced batter can play down the order. So he can play with them, and also I mean he can always gel with Pathum Nissanka. He is the next star or the next legend for Sri Lanka in the making, I would say. So he can gel with him and get to know more of the tricks to dominate the cricket, particularly with the bat, I would say. So yeah, number four would be his position. So yeah,
yeah.
so I think we do have a ODI series coming up
Yeah,
against
with
West Indies.
yesterday's. Yeah, that could be one of the series that we could do some experiments. Even, yeah, first of all, we had to win the tournament, but let's see whether he gets a chance.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. So look forward to his opportunity. Yeah, so likewise, I think we have plenty of players in the list to be discussed and to be shown so that you can later find out that, this program has already spoken about this bloke and now he's playing in the international arena and in fact he's dominating. So let's see. So we started with Pawan Ratnayake, which is not a unknown case because he's being discussed about at the moment in the social media. So, but we wanted to highlight about him as well, because he is a star in the making for sure. So that's pretty much it in our very first episode. Thank you very much, Rakita. So you
thank
and
you,
I
Kasa.
will be, yeah, thanks. So you and I will be, continuing with this program weekly wise and trying to give some more analysis, more insight about the cricket and more incidents to recap such incidents of the wonderful game of cricket. So before we wrap up, we'll display you the probable 11s for Sri Lanka and England in the upcoming Test series. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time, in fact, to discuss about that one in this episode, but we'll surely try to be on air with our second episode to discuss more about the upcoming test tournament well before the first test match that is happening on 21st of
21st,
August. Yeah.
21st. Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's try to be on air and discuss in detail about that one, particularly with the pitches and the probable chances that we do have and the probable challenges that we would get from the home country, England. So yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
and feel free to share your thoughts on the probable 11s, both from Sri Lanka and England.
yeah,
So, yeah, we'll share our teams, and you would disagree or agree with our selections, but let's see how it goes.
yeah. I think in next couple of seconds you will see that one on the screen. So just go through with that one and share with the share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much. Thanks all then. See you all in week time. Till then, bye for now.
Cheers.